Welcome back to Debrief with Dawn. We've talked about weaknesses and adversities, but today I want to share with you a real concrete example of how an obstacle can actually help you be an overcomer. So, in my life, I was recently taught a youth and family leadership weekend, and I was teaching on failure and adversities, and I wanted to come up with a story from my own life that I could share with the children to help them to actually see how obstacles can help us to be overcomers. And I reflected back to my kindergarten year of elementary school. And I remembered that I was having a really difficult time reading. And I remember that my kindergarten teacher pulled me out of all the reading groups and decided that I was probably not going to be a reader, that I actually couldn't read. And he then called my mom to let her know that I, in fact, probably had a disability that would not allow me to read. My mom knew better. She took me to a therapist where I was evaluated, and I was diagnosed with dyslexia. Dyslexia just makes it much harder for your brain to be able to understand and to read. It's a learning disability. And so I was enrolled in therapy where I was given all kinds of tools that would allow me to overcome this obstacle and to be able to read. Now, dyslexia isn't something that goes away. It's a lifelong battle. But what I recognized as I reflected back on my dyslexia is how much it allowed me to be an overcomer. See, I had to work harder than everybody else to get the same grades. But I realized that through middle school, high school, college, law school, that I got almost entirely straight A's. But it was because I performed at such a higher level for myself. I had to work so much harder than everybody else. I had to develop discipline, persistence, and become an overcomer. And I realized that it was that obstacle that allowed me to be the person I am today. That allowed me to be the achiever. That allowed me to have the work ethic and to have the persistence and the discipline and the self-control that I have today. So what obstacle in your life can you rename as an opportunity that allows you to be an overcomer? Where in your life did you go through a setback that was really a setup for what God has for you? So I can't wait to hear back from you guys. I'd love for you to reach out to me and share with me your obstacles. I'm in the middle of writing a book, and I'd love to include your stories in it. So you can email me at liftingupleaders@gmail.com, and I will talk to you next week on Debrief with Dawn.